Hi, boys and girls. I hope you're having a great day. It looks like in this chapter, we're going to actually see the halftime show. So let's read chapter 8, halftime. Thursday. Dear first grade journal. Yesterday, when I got home from school, Daddy was waiting for me, and he had bought me a juggle book at the bookstore. It was for children 6 and up, and 6 is my exact age. Daddy and I read each page very careful. Then I did the whole entire book, step by step. And what do you know? After I got done, I still couldn't juggle. I am getting fed up with this stupid talent. Daddy said maybe I will learn it tomorrow. That man is just kidding himself. I am doomed. From Junie B., first grader. I closed my journal and I watched the clock for the rest of the afternoon because I just wanted to get home and practice some more. Daddy came home from work to help me again. He tried to help me juggle for hours and hours and hours, only the most I could ever juggle was 2 dumb lemons, and 2 dumb lemons is not even juggling. 2 dumb lemons is just throwing lemons in the air and catching them. I am not going to school tomorrow, and I mean it. Friday, dear first grade journal. I am at school. I do not know what went wrong. On account of this morning, I told Mother I broke my leg, and then I limped and limped all over the house, and then the next thing you know, I was on the bus. I am wearing the halftime costume Mother made for me. My hat is made out of an oatmeal box. I look like a nitwit. From Junie B., first grader. I glanced my eyes all around the room. The children in room 1 looked very cute. The kickball players were wearing matching red and white shirts. All of their shirts said, "We are room number 1." The cheerleaders matched each other too. They had on red skirts and white sweaters. I looked at Sheldon. His daddy's band jacket was way too giant, and his band hat came over his ears. He looked like a nitwit, too. I put my head down on my desk very glum. My oatmeal box hat fell on the floor. May started to laugh. "I hope that doesn't happen when you juggle today, Junie Jones," she said, very meanish. She raised her eyebrows. "You are going to juggle, aren't you?" I didn't answer that girl. Instead, I turned my head to the wall, and I closed my eyes, and I wished to turn invisible. I wished and wished with all my might. Then finally I opened my eyes again, and I turned back to May, and I stuck out my tongue at her. She stuck out hers right back at me. I did a sigh. Bad news. I wasn't invisible. At 10 o'clock, we went to the softball field. There were a million jillion parents there, I bet. Mother and Daddy were sitting on the first row of the bleachers. Grandpa and Grandma Miller were sitting right next to them. They were holding my baby brother named Ollie. He was mooing. All of them waved at me. I did not wave back, because I was still trying to be invisible, of course. Me and Sheldon sat down together. He looked at the people in the bleachers, then he quick turned around again and he pulled his band hat over his face, and he giggled very nutty. "Please stop doing that," I said. "You are just calling attention to ourselves." Sheldon put a symbol on his head. I rolled my eyes at that dumb guy. Then I hid my face in my skirt and I didn't watch the tournament. There were 2 games going on at once. Room 1 was playing room 2, and room 3 was playing room 4. I could hear the cheerleaders cheering real loud. Room 1 was winning, I think. I listened to the cheering for a very long time. Then all of a sudden, I heard lots of whistles and yelling. I looked up to see what happened, and oh no, room 1 had just won the first game, and now it was time for halftime. Mr. Scary came over to get us. I tried to hide behind Sheldon, but Mr. Scary already saw me. He said it is perfectly normal for me to be nervous, but I should just relax and try to enjoy myself. "This is going to be a day you'll never forget," he told me. My skin did a shiver. "Yeah, only that's exactly what I'm afraid of," I said. After that, Mr. Scary took me and Sheldon by our hands, and he walked us to the field. My legs felt like silly string. Mr. Scary went out to the microphone, and he made an announcement to the people. "Welcome to our halftime show, everyone," he said. "While rooms 1 and 4 are resting for the final game of the tournament, 2 of my students will present some very special entertainment." He winked at me and Sheldon. "Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am proud to present the musical genius of Sheldon Potts and the unique talents of Junie B. Jones." As soon as he finished, he pointed at me and Sheldon, and he gave us the signal to go. Sheldon did a whimper. He did not move. I looked at his face. It was the color of paste. Mr. Scary hurried over, and he gave Sheldon a nudge. "Okay, you two, go, go, go," he said. "Take off." Very slow, I raised up my woodblock, and I hit it with my drumstick, real light. Tap. "Louder," said Mr. Scary. "You've got to play it louder, Junie B, and with a little bit of pep, okay?" I took a big breath. Tap, tap, tap. Mr. Scary nodded. Yes, yes, better, he said. I swallowed hard. Tap, tap, tap. Mr. Scary gave me a thumbs up. That's it, Junie B, that's it. He said, keep it up. I kept it up. Tap, 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 tap. Then pretty soon, my feet started tapping too, and they marched me right onto the field. I looked behind me. Sheldon was still standing on the sideline. His face looked even pastier. I ran back there and tugged on his arm. Come on, Sheldon, let's go, I said. Sheldon plopped down in the grass. No, no, I can't, he said. I made a fist at that boy. Oh, yes, you can, Sheldon. You've got to. This whole stupid show was your idea, and I'm not doing it by myself. After that, I helped Sheldon stand up, and I pulled him onto the field. And that's when the worst thing of all happened. Because room 2 started laughing their heads off at us. And it was the meanest laughing I ever even heard. Sheldon froze very stiff. He stood there like a statue, and he wouldn't even budge. Then all of a sudden, crash! He dropped his cymbals, and he ran across the playground as fast as a speedboat. One of the teachers ran after him, but Sheldon zoomed faster and faster. Then he ran behind the swing sets, and he circled around the monkey bars, and he kept running and running till he was all the way behind the school. And what do you know? Sheldon never came back. Oh my, this is certainly not how Junie B had planned it. I can't wait until tomorrow to find out what's going to happen. Bye, boys and girls.